our rose bowl design. And let's compare. So this is the one that I made, my first one, and then this is my second one. I think the second one came out a lot nicer, don't you think? Welcome to another episode here on Toys, Fun, and Games, where we're going to continue our origami flower designs. So in the previous videos, we did the flower stem, we did the tulip, we did one of these types of swirly roses. But in this next one, I want to do a special type of rose that you can use to maybe surprise someone with a little gift inside. So let's give this a shot and see how it goes. So these designs I found on the internet, they're pretty popular, but they're a little bit complicated. So I want to try to break it down to you as best I can in this video. First step is to get your origami paper and fold it in half, but we're not going to crease it. We're just going to crease one part here. Doesn't have to be really strong. You just want to leave a little dent there. And then I want to do it again by bringing this side of the paper towards the center, like so. And I'm not going to crease it. I'm just going to do the same thing that I did here. So a little dent there. And let's do this side here. Hold it. And create a little dent there. If you guys hear that in the background, that's Yoshi barking. Sounds like he sees something outside, so hopefully you guys can still hear me. So then the next step is to bring this step up. A lot of these steps are going to be just creasing the edge, just the corner. So we're going to crease this part right here. And then open it up. So you can kind of see 1, 2, 3, 4 so far. And then we're going to do the same thing that we did on the top. We're going to bring, this side here. And we're using these creases as our guides. They're going to help us form the rest of the folds. So that part goes there. And this part goes here. So we're just creasing the edges. So you can see 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now's where these creases come into play. So we're gonna bring this right side over to this farthest crease that we made at the beginning. And we're gonna actually crease it from here all the way down to here, where that bottom line is that hopefully you can see. So let's make that crease more pronounced all the way to there. Alright, so let's make that a little bit permanent there and open it up. So you see that line there? So that's what you want to end up with. We're going to do the same thing from here down to here. So we're going to bring this down, line it up right there. Looks good. And then we're going to bring the crease all the way down to this line that we just made. This is that strong crease here. So you can kind of see the corner there. And then I'm going to get the other corner here. And then the center. There. So you'll see the strong crease here that we made and the strong crease there. And then we're going to take this corner here and bring it all the way here. Not this one, but the furthest crease here, or the farthest crease I should say. So that goes there. And then we're going to bring it, so this, we're going to hold the paper, but we're actually going to crease it from the bottom here. Let me get that crease. Up to this one here, which is that really strong crease that we did just prior to this step. So this is what we want to see, is a crease that goes up to there. And then the last step is to bring this point here all the way up to the farthest crease here. So we're going to bring it up and line it up. And if you guys kind of see the pattern already, we're going to crease this bottom part here all the way up to this crease here. So let me line those up, get the crease there, and tighten it up. So hopefully you can kind of see the box design here in the middle. So that's our first crease there, then we did another one here, then another one here, and then another one here. So this is what it should look like. Now we have to do a few more creases. So for this next step, we're going to fold it diagonally this way and line up the corners, but we're not going to crease all the way. A lot of the origami folds in this design are creases because you want to prepare it. So we're gonna do the crease from the end and go all the way up to that little box that we formed. We don't want to pass that. We just want to get up to there. And do the same thing from the opposite side. So I'm going to try to line this up as best I can. It's a little hard for me to see from my point of view. And then we want to get it all the way to here where you can kind of see that little diagonal spot there. So let's do that crease so that when we open it up, you can kind of still see that the box here is untouched. So that's really what we want. And as you might have guessed, we're going to repeat this same move on the opposite side. So we're going to bring corner to corner. And again, we're not going to crease all the way. So I'm going to line it up here and stop there where that little box is in the middle. Same thing on this side. Try to line this up. That looks like it came out pretty good, and stop there. And then let's just reinforce these creases. And then that's what it should look like. So you see a bunch of creases. Okay, so for our next fold, we're still going to crease. We're going to bring this side, let me show you here, we're going to bring this side here and line it up with this. So let me show you what that looks like. So let's try to get it. Now we're not going to crease all the way. The only part that we're going to crease is going to be this center part here. So we don't want to crease the edges, just the center part. So this design, some people call it the rose bowl because your rose will look like a bowl, like that, hopefully. Let's see how this one turns out. So practice makes perfect. I know this video might run a little bit long, but I just want you to know that we're going to try our best to speed this up here. So we just want to crease the middle here, and we want to stop at that diagonal space there. So we're just going to crease the middle. And that's our strong crease there. And can you guess what maybe the next step will be? We're going to do the same thing at the bottom. So this is a really symmetrical design. Symmetrical means it looks the same on both sides. You can put a line down the middle and both sides will be identical. So let's continue with the symmetry here. And then let's bring this side over to here. The more creases you make in the paper, it's a little harder to work with. So you want to be careful. But don't get frustrated if you mess up on a crease. If it doesn't come out just right, that's okay. That's what's really nice about origami is you can always get another piece of paper and start over. It's not like you're out trying to spend a lot of money on other things. Origami is a really peaceful thing to do, so you should really take your time doing it. You guys are probably going to do this faster than I do. So you can kind of see the design that we made. We have a box within a box. Now this next step, I had a little trouble understanding it. We want to make some folds here, and we want to do another one here, and we want to do another one here, and then we want to do another one here. So let's start up here. And the way the fold is going to look, it's going to be kind of a reverse. Let me kind of show you what it looks like. I want to get it, so if you can kind of see the square, let me show you here. If you can kind of see this square here, I want to fold it diagonally, but the opposite way from what we've been doing all this time. So from corner to corner, make our little crease. If you're unsure, don't press too hard, just a little bit. And then we want to do it again here. So I want to go from corner to corner. There. It's easy to try to get the corners first, because once you get those 2 points set, you can just kind of follow the line. A line is really the shortest distance between 2 points, so starting with the points is a really good idea. And then the next step is this corner to this corner. So we're going to try to get the corners first. There we go. And the last one is this corner to this corner. So let's try to get that best we can. There we go. So we have what are called our mountain folds. So now we're going to actually get into the business of folding now that we're done with all our creases. So part 1 was doing all the creases, now let's do the folds. So now that we have the basic design, we want to fold in this big square here. So you can hopefully see it from the shadows in the light. But as we're folding it in, we want to pinch these sides like this. So you can kind of see where that first fold is really helping us out on this side. And the same goes here. We don't want to pinch too hard, I just want the paper to take shape. And you can see this fold here is helping us out. Same thing here. And this last step here. So it's going to go in like this, like a bowl. So it's starting to take shape. Now, the next step is to really work on those creases. So let's go over them again. And this time we're going to actually fold some stuff down. So we want to use the folds that we already made. And I want to bring this part up like so. And then this side here, we want to bring our mountain fold in there like that, and then do this part like so. So it's going to kind of look like a ninja star. And then this part goes down like this, and I'm just holding it. I'm not pressing too hard because I want to make sure I follow the creases that we already made. See, we made a crease here, so let's try to follow that. There. Okay. So you should end up with a shape that looks like this. Now, this next step, we're going to flip it over and we're going to try to reinforce the shape of the rose. So what I want to do, you can kind of see the creases here. We just want to reinforce them. So let me do that really quick. Okay, so I've reinforced some of these, but I want to try to get this fold to go this way. So Let me do that for that corner. And I want to get this one to go this way for this corner. This is my second time making this design. The first one came out okay, and I hope this one does too. And this corner here. So I'm just kind of making a valley fold, as you can kind of see. So let's move on to the next step. Now, for the next step, we're going to flip our paper over, and we're going to start making our bowl. So we're going to start with this tip, and we're going to bring it towards the center this way. So you see that? I got this tip here, bringing it towards the center this way. And then we're going to get this tip here and bring it towards the center this way, like that. And let's do that for all of them so you can kind of get a feel for it. This will help you. Just bring the tip to the center, and this tip here, bring it towards the center that way. So you can see I didn't really fold anything, I just moved them towards the center, so it's already starting to take shape. So now that they're naturally moving in that direction, let's try to bring these together. And that's going to be the basis of the rose shape. So now that you see the basis of the shape, let's try to reinforce these folds and make them a little bit tighter. So we're going to bring this one over here, this one over here, and this one over here, and this one over there. So they're going to kind of go in a circle like so. So now that you can see it taking shape, we're going to bring them over a little bit better. So this one goes here. And I'm going to pinch this part here. And then I found that it's easier. I'm going to pinch this here. And this one's going to go here. So let me pinch this fold. And then this one's going to go here. So I'm going to pinch this one here. Hopefully it keeps its shape a little better. And fold it over. So these two are working well. You can kind of see these corners here. Well, let's get this corner tucked in here and get that working well. And this one tucked in here. So when it's really tight, you can see the box shape like this. So let me do that again for you, because you're kind of seeing the rose taking shape. Doesn't that look like a rose? So let's show you again. We're going to bring these in and just get a feel for it. Don't do it too rough. Just be a little gentle, and you'll see it collapse in on itself like this. So you don't want to pinch it too hard. Sometimes it helps pinching the corners down below, so these little corners here, so that the rose keeps its shape like so. And then the last step, to try to make it look a little nicer, would be to curl these edges. So there's an edge here. I'm going to curl that. And then there's another edge here. I'm going to curl that outwards. And then there's another edge here. I'm going to curl that outwards. These parts that I'm curling, you can apply a little bit of pressure so that they keep their shape. And this part here, I'm going to curl it outwards. And then that is our rose bowl design. Those of you guys who know about football have probably heard of the Rose Bowl. The college football Rose Bowl is a different thing, but this has the same name. So let's curl out those petals to make it more rose-like. And let's compare. So this is the one that I made, my first one, and then this is my second one. I think the second one came out a lot nicer, don't you think? So let's take a look up here. So first one here and second one here. I do like this one a lot more. Now, the really good thing about this design, it kind of holds its shape, and in the middle, you can write a little message maybe, or you can put a little candy and leave it on someone's desk. So it's a really beautiful, simple design. Takes a little bit of practice. So if you guys have any questions, comments, hit that like button down below. And don't forget to check out the other videos where we're going to do a lily, another type of rose, this one a little bit different, and then of course the flower stem. So please subscribe, check out the other videos. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a great day.